difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was up. I hit rock bottom. I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. I'm going to rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy.
Child. Anyway, so
hey, it's Nikki B on the scene, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another beat with me. And if you are not new, welcome back. Now I'm going to be putting on my cleansing face mask while I talk about this crazy situation. I don't know if people were delulu when Cassie first came out with the situation and had to file a freaking lawsuit against him and basically exposing him for the monster that he is. It's crazy because a lot of people didn't believe her. I believed her. I feel like that's just too much stuff that a person can go through and be like, yeah, all that is a lie. Like, I get it, people do lie about a lot of things, you know, and sometimes it could be crazy, but I just feel like these were just way too detailed incidents that she was not lying. And I believed her, but a lot of people did not. That video from the hotel that I'm only going to show pictures of because I'm not showing the actual footage, that is insane. This man literally had on a towel, barefoot. He's more than likely naked underneath the towel, running down the hallway like a maniac, attacking this woman. And he's dragging her, beating her up, swinging her around the hall, doing all of that. And for what? I just don't think he's really not getting out of this at all. And then on top of that, apparently the reason why he was getting away with this, y'all, was because he was buying up all the rooms on the floor that he was staying on, so nobody else would be up there to hear anybody crying for help. So nobody could know what he's doing, and anybody who obviously was with him played a role in all that. And it's just so sad. But yeah, I think the entire situation was crazy. And also, a little side note, Mary J. Blige might be under, I don't think she's under investigation, but there has been some alleged information that she also had fiddled and played with a minor, and she was in her 20s, and the minors were obviously minors, so they was like 15, you know, allegedly. I don't know how true that information is. And then there was like another piece of information. Oh yeah, Justin Timberlake's daughter is coming out about how he was SAing her, had gotten her pregnant, had her abort the baby. That's also an alleged information. It's very crazy. All these things about these celebrities and what they do behind closed doors is being exposed. And I'm just like, whatever is in the water, they need to drink that up so we can just exterminate all these people. And the person being at the top of that list will be P. Diddy, because he is connected to a lot of people. I'm not gonna get into the conspiracy theories, but let's just say he is connected and he has been attached to a lot of people who have been, you know what I'm saying? So he needs to go down. He is a monster. I'm sorry for people who might still want to stand behind him for whatever reason, but in my opinion, he is not somebody that needs to be out for any longer. And it's really sad that unfortunately it took a person like Cassie to come out with her story. And it's like, when it comes to stuff like that, it's never about the money. I promise you, it is not about the money. It is about the exposure. It is about how can I get people to start looking at this person without it being swept under the rug. And the fact that he even settled it so quickly, it is definitely something true to what she says. Now, other people could probably look at it like, well, he probably didn't want to deal with it. It's whatever. No, he settled it for a reason, because it's true. So for the people that did not believe her, now what? Now, one thing I would say when people was kind of pointing out is like, oh, why would she take the elevator? You know, she could just took the stairs. First of all, I might be on the outside of this, but I'm glad she went to the elevator because there's cameras. A lot of time there aren't cameras in the hallways, like in the staircases. Most times, if they are in the hallway, they're probably at a certain angle, and then you go down another flight and there's no camera in sight. She probably would have lost her life if she would have went through the staircase. And she looked like she was kind of barefoot. She got luggage. It's either you just run solo dolo, or you just want to take the elevator with your stuff. Because either way, she probably has something important in her bags that she probably couldn't leave behind. And it looked like she tried to make a great escape. I don't know what they did in the room, but he looked like he was probably by theory, I'm just theorizing, but he's probably taking a shower and she probably thought like, boom, this is my time to go. So she's probably not thinking, maybe that could have been her thought to go downstairs, but it didn't happen. But I just want people to understand, it's like, a lot of times there's really no cameras in those hallways. So I'm glad she went to the elevator, and now there is video proof that this man was really beating her up. Like I said, I believed her through her entire court case. Like I said, it further confirms that Diddy is a monster. The diddler, the diddly, the fiddler, whatever you want to call him, he is a monster. He needs to go to prison. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on that. You know, it's just unfortunate, you know, that we're hearing about these type of news. And I think I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and somebody called in. They do this call-ins of people just like, you know, giving their opinions about any current events. And one of the things that this one woman said, she was like, you know, and it kind of gave Kelly Price, I'm gonna just say this, kind of gave a little bit of Kelly Price. And you know, I know how people feel about her, and quite frankly, I don't even care for her either, but it kind of gave that kind of vibe. But basically this woman was saying like, you know, you gotta give grace to him, you know, people have to change, hopefully he could get better. And then she also mentioned that, you know, he was somebody's hero, like this whole hero conversation. She's like, you know, he's somebody's hero, so that's why a lot of people are also taken aback by his actions, because people looked up to him and wanted to be him and blah blah blah. And I would oppose that by saying, well, you could say that for anybody. Anybody who's on a celebrity status, anybody's going to look up to them. You know, you're a celebrity for a reason. People are looking up to you. People want to be you. People want to buy into whatever fad that you have. And of course, if you do something that's deviating from your brand, of course, anybody will look at that like, oh my gosh, like, you don't represent that. Like, the thing I could kind of closely think of that would be like, for example, like Will Smith. Like, Will Smith represents himself as this family man. He's a husband. He's a father. You know, he loves being around family. He's like the hero, or like the cool guy in the movies that he's being portrayed in, and blah blah blah. Not he's being portrayed in, but as he portrays the characters, that's pretty much the vibes from the characters that he gives off. It's like he's always like that cool guy, the family guy, blah 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 blah. So when he slapped Chris Rock, everybody was taken aback by that. Everyone was just like, that's not you. Like, that's not who we thought you were. So I feel like that would make more sense to that conversation versus somebody like Diddy, who is actively harming people, drugging people, SAing people. Like, that's just different. That ain't nobody's hero. So her conversation was pretty much like, oh, you know, that's why. That's like, no ma'am, that's not why people are like shocked. People are shocked because he's actually hurting people and harming people. And like I said, this is just alleged, but he's, you know, Xing people out. But that's just my take on that. He is nobody's hero. I don't think, even back in the day, from when I used to hear about him, like as a kid, and the vibes surrounding Diddy never been positive. I don't think I've ever heard anything positive about Diddy from other celebrities that spoke of him. And it always seemed like there's a weird air about him. Like, not necessarily they don't talk about him, but if they do, it's very like, they kind of had to play around with the words a little bit if they're going to talk about Diddy in any capacity. Yeah, Cassie came out. Justin Bieber, you need to come out too. We see it. We got the images. We got the videos. We see how you look like. We see, you know, where you have been and the things that it looks like you're doing. I hope you gain the strength, the power, the bravery to speak out against this man, because we all know he did something to you. We here for you, Justin. We stand by you. But other than that, that's all I have to say to that situation. I think it's really wild. What are your thoughts about it? If you have anything to say, please leave it down in the comment section down below, and we can have that conversation ongoing. And for those of you who probably just clicked on my video at random, I have a face mask on, so do not be scared. I'm just doing a little skincare preparation. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll be back again with another one.